Hi friends, I am here today to just let you know what I think of the new Creative Memories trimmer. Now I've tried a lot of different trimmer styles over the years, many other different companies. I haven't been happy with them. There's things that I like about them and then things that I don't. And that also includes the old Creative Memories trimmers as well. It's just been I keep trying the different trimmers and I have like a little graveyard of trimmers of things that don't work as well as I had hoped that they would. So, is this one a keeper or not? Well, I have to tell you, I have had this for 4 months now and I absolutely love it. And I'm going to share with you a few of the reasons why. One is I get an amazing crisp cut. And that has to do with a lot of things, but one is this aluminum track that the blade runs down. Now most trimmers, this piece here is a plastic piece. And after a while, the plastic has a little bit of give to it and you no longer get a super straight cut. But with this, it's very sturdy. It's going to hold up and give you that nice smooth cut. So this one, it absolutely cuts like butter. I love it. There's several reasons why, and I'm going to show you a couple of those right now. One is this little piece here. Now this is a game changer for this trimmer. What this does, this is not really a self-healing mat, but this is a track that the paper basically gets pinched between the blade track and this, and the blade will push down into this and give you that nice cut. Now in a lot of other trimmers, this piece is not removable, and so you're going to end up getting that little bit of feathering, that little bit of fuzzy edge, because the blade is going to be pushing the paper down into the track as it's cutting it, and it's not going to cut smoothly. By using this piece, we can get about 500 cuts per side. So it starts with a 1, you get about 500 cuts. You'll start to notice it might not be cutting quite as crisply as you wish. So you'll switch to side number 2. And then after that, we can switch to 3 and 4. So you have up to 4 different settings with this. And then when it's done, you can throw it away and put a new one in. So that is a very efficient way to use this. And I am on the second one, and I've had mine for about 4 months. Now I don't count up to 500 and know when it's time to turn it. You'll just know. You'll just know. And I haven't had to change my blade at all either, which is really nice. Now the blade comes in this housing, and it's encased in this little piece here. So no blades are showing. So if you have little children around, that's a really nice factor. And if you're a little bit more clumsy like myself, that's also a nice factor. This is a rotary blade in here, and I know when I've been quilting, I have nicked myself several times with my rotary trimmer, and that's not a lot of fun. So I like that it's enclosed in here. So you just pop it in, and when you close it, it snaps into place, and you're ready to roll. Now, along with that, there are other blades that you can use with this, and those can be stored on the other side. So I have my straight blade already in my trimmer, but I could swap it out for a wave, a scallop, a scoring blade, a perforating blade, and there's several others to choose from as well. But I like that it has a handy little spot for that in here. And if you do have an extra one of those long pieces that I showed you where you can get the 4 uses, you could store an extra one back here as well. So they've left a spot for that also. Now not only do they have the nice markings on both sides here, but they also have the swing arm. So you can go up to 5.5 inches without pulling that out, but afterward you're going to want to bring that the swing arm out. And that just gives you a nice area to measure, and you can measure up to 16.25 inches there and 12.25 inches here. You can do something longer than that, but you can only measure that far. Now another handy little part with that is this little foot. When I have my swing arm out, that keeps it nice and steady, and it just keeps it even with the rest of the trimmer itself. So that's a nice little feature as well. Now I'm going to show you how cleanly this cuts. I'm going to cut like 1/4 of an inch here. Just bring that down. Or excuse me, 1/8 of an inch. So I did 1/8 of an inch cut, and it cut really, really well. It also has the angled markings. So if I wanted to cut a triangle here, I have the 45-degree angle to be able to cut whatever size triangle I wish. Very, very quick and easy. Now, one of the ways that I like to use this is for inside cuts, and that is something you absolutely cannot do with a guillotine trimmer. There's just no possible way because it has a swing arm. But if I wanted to, for a layout such as this, I could make a mark. I could start cutting at the 1 inch. I could cut down to 11 inches and then turn and make that same cut and go all the way around my paper until I had a square cut out. And that's actually what I did here. So this paper right here, this is the opposite side. I just cut out the center and then did that one more time so that I could flip that paper over and have a contrast right in there. And sometimes it's nice to, when you're working with several different papers, and let's say you just have the 1 inch outside showing, but you have other things in the center, you can cut that out and kind of save that piece that's in the middle. If it happens to be a favorite paper, I like to do that. Sometimes I don't worry about that, but I like having the option, and a guillotine trimmer will not do that. So with the blade, I have not had to change my blade yet. I can't tell you exactly how long those will last, but mine is still cutting great, and I think that is awesome. But this trimmer is definitely a keeper. I love this trimmer. I do still have a guillotine trimmer that I use for different things, but I think you need to have both in your crafting studio for different purposes. And this one is the best one that I have used yet, and I truly mean that. I did not have a lot of big expectation with it, and it has surpassed everything that I wanted in a trimmer, and I absolutely love it. So it is definitely a keeper.